In this video I'm going to demonstrate two ways that you can export the three-dimensional geometry of cross-sections from the River Bathymetry Toolkit. The goal is to produce a text file of the XYZ of the data of your particular cross-sections. So I've loaded ArcMap here for the Bear Valley Creek River in Idaho, and I've already loaded my shapefile with 1,000 cross-sections in it, and I want to export those out to a text file. So from the RBT menu here, I choose under cross-section, I choose cross-section export. I select my cross-section store, which in this case has already been chosen for me, and I just need to specify a file name. This is going to be a comma-separated value flat text file. And once the RBT is finished processing, you can then look at that file in a text editor. I'm using Notepad++ here, but you could just as easily use Notepad or WordPad or basically any text editor. The columns here are explained on the first row, so FID refers to the feature ID from the feature class that you produce this file from. So 0 is the first cross-section, and you'll see that's repeated for every station. There's a row for every station on the cross-section. Then at the next cross-section is FID 1, etc., etc. The feature class name or shapefile name is then output here, and then the name of the cross-section if you specified one. The vertex refers to the station on the cross-section that, so this will increment for each row, so starting with 0, then 1, 2, 3 for each station, and you'll notice that when I go to the next feature in the cross-section store, it resets to 0 here and then starts incrementing again. You don't need to calculate river kilometers before running this tool, but I have here, so those are output as well. And then the most important information is the XYZ. So this is the XYZ of each station on each cross-section. So that's the basic export. It's just a straight dump of the coordinate information for the export. There is another type in the RBT as well. Under a slightly different menu, under the export menu, there is the HECRAS Export. This essentially does a very similar thing, but you provide the same kind of information, but it will actually lay out the information prepared to go in for a HECRAS hydraulic model. There are default values for the Manning N. You can override those and put those in for yourself. And this time the file ending is SDF. So I run that as well. It's just as quick. And here is the SDF file, which is also just a text file, but you'll notice that this time it's actually laid out in quite a different format, and you should be able to import this as your mesh into a HECRAS model. So those are two ways that you can get the geometry out from RBT and actually get the coordinates of your cross sections should you want to put them into another piece of software or analyze them yourself.